Hey guys, what's up? This is Bharat, and today we're going to be unboxing and taking a first look at the new Blackberry limited edition Black. Let's quickly get started. Now, while the KEYone was already available, the Black Edition or the limited edition Black is quite different from the original KEYone. For starters, this one has been manufactured by Optimus Infracom and has a bunch of other details and features that are different from the original one. Let's quickly get started with the unboxing. The box is pretty iconic. I'm going to pull off this slip cover and then quickly cut into the main box. Once I lift off the top lid, the first thing inside the box is the Blackberry itself. It feels spectacularly well built in the hand. I'm going to place it to the side for the time being. If I go further in, I do get a SIM ejector tool along with some documentation that's in there. I also get a standard USB Type-C cable, which will be used for charging as well as data syncing. And then you have a wall charger, which is also a standard wall charger, and a Quick Charge 3 compatible wall charger as well. Also inside the box are Blackberry earphones along with additional ear tips to fit according to your ear size. And that's basically everything from the box. Let's take a quick look at the device itself. Now, if I do a quick one over with the device, over at the front, you'll see a really nice finished front panel. Now you do have a large earpiece or an earphone over there, along with a front facing 8 megapixel camera. Now this is an f2.2 camera with a 1.125 micron pixel size. Below that is a 4.5-inch display. Now this display is a 1620 by 1080p display, so essentially a full HD display, but slightly less due to the size and the aspect ratio. It does have 434 pixels per inch. It is an IPS LCD display, and it does have Corning Gorilla Glass 4 over at the front. You can see the display curves into the sides. Looks absolutely fantastic. Now just underneath the display are the 3 touch capacitive buttons. And below that is the physical Blackberry keyboard, which is also touch enabled, and the spacebar does have a fingerprint sensor. I'm going to talk about the keyboard in just a bit. Over at the bottom, you'll see the USB Type-C port along with the dual grills, one for the microphone, one for the main speaker. Over at the right is where the convenience key is, and above that are the volume buttons. And above that is the SIM tray, which also accepts 2 SIM cards. Over at the top is a noise cancellation microphone along with a full-size 3.5mm headphone jack, and over at the left is where the power button is. On the back, you get a 12 megapixel camera with a 1.55 micron pixel size and phase detect autofocus along with 4K video recording capabilities. You also get the dual tone LED flash. Interestingly enough, the device does have this soft texture back panel, which looks and feels absolutely great in the hand. It reminds me of the good old Blackberry days where the Bold series phones used to feel this great, but this one has a soft touch metal around the device and all the sides and edges curve in really nicely, and it looks and feels absolutely great in the hand. Now running everything is a Qualcomm Snapdragon 625 chipset. Now this is an octa-core chipset with a 2 GHz peak along with the Adreno 506 GPU, which is running at 650 MHz. The device does have 4 GB of RAM along with 64 GB of storage, and can accept a micro SD card up to 2 TB when they become available. Powering everything up is a 3505 mAh battery. They promise a full day of battery life with this, along with Quick Charge 3.0, which is supported natively using the charger that is included inside the box. Now the minute you boot up the device, you'll see the performance is pretty impressive. It is running Android 7.1.1 out of the box and mostly stockish, along with the security layer added by Blackberry, which is also available to access via an app called Detect by Blackberry, which will constantly check your security level on your device. Now the Blackberry keyboard is really interesting, and with the new KEYone, you do get a bunch of customizations that you can get on the keyboard. So if you long press any of the buttons, you can customize them to have their own launchers. So if you long press on the I, you can launch Instagram, or if you short press on the I, you can launch the browser. Again, you can customize all of these buttons. You can have M for music player or maps. You can also have C for camera or T for tasks. You can customize all of these things from the launcher customizations, and you can set up to 52 keyboard shortcuts, which again can come in really handy for you once you start getting used to this keyboard. Now typing on this keyboard, if you're coming from a touch keyboard, may not be as easy as you'd expect, but the keyboard is touch enabled, and it comes in really handy if you're browsing the web and you don't want to get smudges on your screen. So you can just scroll your finger across the keyboard and the screen responds to that, which is great, and you can really get used to that. Now the main camera is a 12 megapixel camera, and it has a large 1.55 micron pixel size. It does have an f2 lens, and you do get video and image stabilization, but it is electronic image stabilization. So if you're capturing 4K video on this, you won't get any stabilization. You'll have to dumb down to 1080p at 30 frames per second to be able to get any sort of video stabilization. For images, image stabilization is available electronically on the device. The camera is pretty basic. You do have a bunch of shooting modes, and you can also capture slow-mo video, but you don't have any pro mode or any custom modes on this device, which is slightly disappointing. The front-facing 8 megapixel camera is also pretty sharp and does have a wide lens, so you can get in a whole bunch of detail in your images, along with the fact that it does have autofocus and a whole bunch of settings that you can customize along with the HDR, which can really come in handy for clicking those front-facing pictures. All in all, the Blackberry KEYone limited edition black reminds me of the good old days where Blackberry was really shining with the really great build quality, but what they have changed is their understanding of things. So you do get Android 7.1.1 out of the box, so that's latest in terms of the Android available today officially, and this will get updated to Android O. You do get Qualcomm Quick Charge 3, you do get great cameras on the front as well as the back, and you do get a decent display. You're not getting the best chipset, but as far as this device is concerned and the form factor that it has, a lot of people who do a lot of typing will start to enjoy the physical keyboard a lot more than a touch keyboard, and it's essentially for those people and for those who've liked Blackberry phones in the past and still looking for something like that. This one may be a really good option, giving you the added layer of security and a whole bunch of customizations for the keyboard. If you guys do want a full review of the Blackberry KEYone limited edition black, do let us know in the comment section below. If you guys have any questions or want more details, I'll leave a link to iGyaan in the description below, where you can check out more information on the Blackberry KEYone limited edition black, and check out our weekly giveaway. The link to that is in the description below, and I will see you guys in the next one.